If butter makes everything better, then butter plus eggs plus lemon juice makes everything legendary. Yes, I'm talking about hollandaise. But I'm guessing just hearing the word hollandaise breaks you into a cold sweat unless you're hitting your favorite brunch spot. As daunting as hollandaise can be to make at home, there's a reason it's been a staple on menus since 1860. It's freaking delicious. But preparing hollandaise at home can go wrong so quickly, most home cooks don't even try. Today I'll be showing you how to make perfect hollandaise sauce every time, even if you break it. Hi, I'm Carly Pingleton, and if you're new here, I'm a stay-at-home mother of 3 with a passion for cooking. Hollandaise sauce is nothing more than butter, egg yolks, and lemon juice that have been whipped into submission. But first, let's talk about what causes a hollandaise to break. Too much heat. Overcooking the egg yolks is just a recipe for scrambled eggs. Add some salt, feed them to the kids, and start over. Adding too much butter. Egg yolks as an emulsifier can only absorb so much butter. Adding too much will break your hollandaise. Adding the butter too quickly. Emulsification cannot be rushed. Even if you're using the trendy blender method for hollandaise, the sauce will break if you add the butter too quickly. Once you've got a Benedict-worthy hollandaise, don't turn your back on it. Letting the finished sauce overheat on the stove will break it. I like to keep my hollandaise warm on a very low burner or even on top of the stove, not directly over a burner if you've got your oven on. If you can control your heat and remember to emulsify slowly, you're in business. Stick around to get my pro tip for reheating leftover hollandaise. Now let's make some edible hollandaise. Don't worry, all of the ingredient amounts and directions are listed in the description below. Although its French name means from Holland, hollandaise sauce probably traces its origins to the northern French region of Normandy, where it was first named after the dairy-producing Calvados town, which I am not even going to try to pronounce. The sauce either took its current name because the region was a stronghold for people who fled Holland to escape persecution, or because France couldn't produce its own butter during the First World War and imported it from Holland. Which do you think is the more likely etymology of the name hollandaise? Let me know in the comments below. The first known recipe for hollandaise sauce called for vinegar, while one published in 1758, when the sauce was known to cooks outside the region, used bouillon and flour, but no eggs. The sauce in its present form was well established in France by the early 19th century and was introduced elsewhere soon after. The legendary New York restaurant Delmonico's used hollandaise sauce on Eggs Benedict as early as 1860. By the early 20th century, the restaurateur and cookbook author Auguste Escoffier coined hollandaise sauce as one of the 5 mother sauces in French cuisine and cemented hollandaise sauce as a standard feature on menus. If your best efforts at a perfect hollandaise have failed, don't fret, because this is how you can fix it, unless you've made scrambled eggs. I can't fix that, but I can fix your broken hollandaise. Whether your heat was too high or you added your butter too quickly, your hollandaise broke because the emulsion broke. You can re-emulsify your broken hollandaise by adding a small amount of vinegar, about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Keep the vinegar in one spot. Don't pour it all over the entire bowl. In that one spot, begin to very gently whisk the vinegar with the broken hollandaise. You're not trying to incorporate the vinegar with all of the hollandaise yet. You want to incorporate it very slowly to rebuild the emulsion. If you have leftover hollandaise, you have 2 choices to reheat it: a double boiler or Chef Mike. In my experience, the double boiler is more reliable if you don't mind the extra dishes. Chef Mike can work in a pinch, but make sure you reheat your hollandaise very slowly. Start with 15 to 30 second intervals at 50% power, stirring in between each interval. Try out your perfect hollandaise sauce on this light zesty grilled chicken, prosciutto, and asparagus roll. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments and subscribe to get the latest from my kitchen to yours.